Welcome to Masterpiece Tarot. Here you'll find timeless messages to guide your soul's awakening. If you're here, trust you are meant to be. You can support my channel by liking, sharing, and subscribing. These help support my mission of creating more peace on earth. I'm going to go ahead and get a you and them reading. See what's in the energy here. We'll, of course, do a bridging energy. And we'll look at the factors influencing each of you. And we will also look at strengths and weaknesses or barriers, opportunities for growth as well. Okay. All right, Spirit. Thanks for using me as a channel to bring through these messages for the collective. First card is you, collective. The Sun. Wow. Feeling pretty optimistic, you are. And they are in some kind of nostalgic energy here with the Six of Cups. This is like a soulmate, past life connection, something very familiar about maybe a connection. Maybe it's this connection. What's the bridging energy? The Knight of Cups. Wow. Taking action on this love that's here. These are really nice cards. You guys, look at these cards. This is you. This is them. And this is the bridging energy. Yeah, so nice. And look at how warm those colors are. You got pinks and oranges and pink, like, you know, yeah, soft pink, kind of a warmer reddish pink. Really, really nice energy here. You know, wow. Well, this is starting off on a really nice note. Let's see what else is up here. What's going on? Tell us about a strength here in the connection. The Strength card. You're both really strong. You guys are both just powerhouses here. Wow. What's challenge? The Fool. This is crazy. The Fool. This is a challenge. It can be hard to take a leap of faith into something new. This is, to me, these are two people who would like to get together. They would like to make a love offer to one another. But it's scary. There's something about feeling like a fool, maybe, that is intimidating. These can be people who, you and them, okay, you might be, and they might also be somebody who, you know, is very established, I guess. You know, like maybe you don't often have to take big risks. You know, maybe you're just kind of got your life more or less figured out, and, you know, maybe this is like something that you didn't expect. And now that it's like here, it's like, you're like, Spirit, you want me to take a leap into, want me to take a leap of faith? That wasn't even something I was considering, really, like, you know, something like that. What's influencing you? Judgment. Wow, you guys, look at these cards. A lot of majors. This is a powerful reading. Something big is happening in somebody's life here right now. Judgment. So it's almost like you are going through a massive awakening right now. You're tuning into your higher self. You're connecting with your divine path, with your spirit guides. And it feels good to feel supported by the divine on whatever path you're on. And so I think that, you know, as you look at this whole situation, maybe taking a leap of faith, you're going to be leaning heavily on your spirit team, asking for signs and synchronicities, guidance, okay, from spirit. Not so much about other people as it is about spirit. And what's influencing them right now? Seven of Wands. Six of Cups, Seven of Wands. This is somebody who is defending what they believe. They're standing strong in their convictions. So this is somebody who feels strongly about a soulmate. This could be you, collective. I don't know if this is your reading, but if this is your reading, I'm excited for you. And we've got the Magician on the bottom of the deck. Oh my gosh. I love it when readings like this come through. Okay, clarify the collective. We've got a Nine of Wands in the reverse and the Three of Wands. Yeah, I think that you are happy because you feel like you don't have to be so defensive anymore. You can actually start looking toward the future to build, to partner. Something has been heavy and burdensome in the past, but you're looking past it now. You're realizing that it's okay maybe to exert your strength in a different way, in a new way. You know, it's not the end of the world if you decide to let your guard down a little bit. What about them? Clarify the Six of Cups. We have the Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit in the reverse. This is somebody who's coming out of their head. They're getting out of their head, and they're starting to make moves in the world, maybe toward this connection. This could be something they've been dreaming on for a while. This could be something they've imagined. You know, maybe they've imagined meeting somebody like you or experiencing a connection like this in the past. You know, this could be like kind of like one of these things that it's familiar. It's sort of like it's always been there, like it's encoded in your DNA, the kind of connection you're looking for. Maybe you haven't experienced it quite yet, but maybe now this person is beginning to recognize something that's happening here. You know, they've been building for a while, but it's almost like they're coming out of this deep time of introspection, like they've gained enough wisdom now to, you know, really start moving things forward, making progress toward what it is that they want to build. Tell us about the Knight of Cups, this bridging energy. We've got an Eight of Swords. This is somebody who's trapped up in their head. They're like they're feeling entrapped, bound. And now we have a Five of Wands. There's competition. It kind of makes sense now why the Strength card is here, why the Seven of Wands is here. It seems like you are two people, collective you and this person, are two people who would really like to take this leap of faith toward one another. But it's a challenge, and it's a challenge because of this energy here. There's a sense that something's holding you back. The Five of Wands is about competition. You or your person or you both could be people who get a lot of attention, that, you know, people have some kind of interest in, and they could be feeling like if you move ahead, or if they move toward you, or you move toward them, that it's going to leave them feeling entrapped. So they might be the ones that are creating this hullabaloo, this whatever this is over here, this big distraction, this competition, this challenge. I think you are two people who recognize each other and who would very much like to take a leap of faith. Doing so, though, is a challenge. With the Fool down here. Clarify the Strength. What else can we know about the Strength? How can these people, how can my collective and their person, spirit, harness their strength? What do we need to know about this strength energy? We've got a Queen of Pentacles and a Six of Pentacles. I think that the strength here is, these are feminines. All three of these cards have feminines on them. So I think the strength may lie in embodying this feminine energy, which is this energy of receiving. Now, it doesn't mean receiving without discernment, you know, but it does mean just allow yourself to receive the guidance, the spiritual guidance that you need. Allow yourself to sit in this, angle of repose, like this feminine energy, right? Be open to receiving, you know. I think also another message is trust that, you know, the laws of the universe want things to be fair and balanced. And it's just a natural state, just like in our bodies, right? Like if we get sick, our bodies launch our immune systems, and our immune systems do a pretty good job most of the time of getting us back to health, the state of health, if we provide the body with the things that it needs. Well, similarly, in this situation, I think there's something about embodying this feminine energy in this dynamic that's going to allow things to get back into balance. Recognizing this may be the strength between you both. You could both be people who are balanced. Maybe you don't, balanced with the Six of Pentacles. Maybe you just have a really balanced connection. Maybe it's healthy, a pretty healthy connection. There could be just a sense of equal give and take between you both. And it's not hard to achieve that. It's just a natural thing for you. And why is the Fool here in the challenge? This new beginning, this getting it off the ground. This is tough. Here it is again. We've got a Seven of Wands. Because you're needing to defend this connection. You're needing to defend what it is that you have between you. So there could be something about the connection that turns heads. Maybe there's some kind of a cultural differences, could be age gaps, all these different things that sometimes people feel uncomfortable with. Sometimes we ourselves can feel uncomfortable with those things too. So you both could be trying to find that sweet spot between, considering the wisdom in some of those traditionally held beliefs, and also the fallacy in those, why those are faulty at times. And then we have a Four of Swords. Yeah, you're needing to take some time to tease this all out a little bit here, because we are, no matter what we think, we're always influenced by the people around us, the messages that our culture sends to us, and it can be really, really on deep unconscious levels. You might intellectually think, yeah, we're from different cultural backgrounds. That's not a big deal, right? You might intellectually think that, but your subconscious programming might have you believing something different that you're not even aware of. And so, taking some time in this Four of Swords energy collective might give you time to think a little more deeply on the matter, understand, what is the fear? Why is it that you are struggling to take this leap of faith? What's holding you back? It might not be so obvious, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay, clarify the Judgment card here. This is an influence in your energy collective. This is some type of an awakening. The Star. And the Nine of Pentacles. You are awakening to your true nature. There is something powerful about your ability to heal yourself. It's like you have some really amazing way that you like to connect in with spirit that's really effective for you. There's something that you're doing right now that's bringing in healing. It's maybe bringing in some abundance, some sense of fulfillment, and a lot of happiness. And so I think what's influencing you right now is this deep faith and optimism. And I feel like part of your strength, collective, is knowing that no matter what happens in this connection, that you are solid. You are rock solid. It would be awesome if this came together, but you're going to be perfectly fine if it doesn't, right? Because you've got spirit. You know how to heal yourself. You know how to create your own happiness. And you understand how powerful detachment is. You know, once we detach from clinging on to something too tightly, that's when we open up that energetic space that can actually facilitate that expansion. Like this card here shows somebody kind of, they're lifting their arms up and receiving the energy of the sun, but it kind of looks like they're also surrendering. They're letting go. They're being free. And with this Nine of Wands in the reverse, they're deciding, they're choosing to be less defensive, to soften up a little bit, right? So that, and understanding that this is exactly the thing that's going to bring in this expansion, possibly around this connection as well. No matter what, that's a great energy to be in, though. And then now here we have the Seven of Wands. On their side, they are fighting for their conviction. They are very strong. They're defending themselves as well. Here, Death. And a Page of Wands. Yeah. They might be a little younger. I'm not sure. But there's something transforming big time in their world right now to do with what they believe, how they regard their own belief system. They might be clarifying their own belief system at this time. They might be deciding that they want to follow their own path that's their true path. You can see here through time, this little boy and the dog moving through time, and they're staying true to their essential nature. They're still the same even as they move through time together. So it's almost like your person right now is remembering who they are, I think, collective. They're allowing certain things in their life to transform. It could be some of these, beliefs. Some of this energy here in the bridging energy could be coming from their side. They know they have a cup of love that they want to offer, but they're dealing with this energy right here. This competition, this concern that others might feel entrapped by their choice. I dropped a card and I don't know where it went, but that's okay. Yeah, so something's transforming. What card just dropped? Oh, yeah, that's okay. Yeah, with that Seven of Wands. They are becoming, they are adopting a beginner's mind. Okay, they are seeing things in a new way. They're imagining, dreaming on, planning, embracing new ways of doing things. Of acting on their passions and their ambitions. I think they're reorganizing in some way. There's some kind of reorganization to do with their beliefs, their desires, their wishes, their divine purpose, even going through some kind of rewiring, reorganization of some core aspects of self right now. This is a pretty cool reading. The biggest challenge I see is in this bridging space. You, each of you as individuals, and even in your connection, if you were in a bubble and nobody else existed, you've got some really great energies here going on. Okay. This is where I see the biggest challenge in this connection, collective. There's so much love that you'd like to move on, take action on, but this competition and this concern about feeling imprisoned by this choice. Maybe others might feel somehow imprisoned, stuck, trapped, left out, restricted. This energy is big, and I think this is the thing maybe that you will want to look at here moving ahead, just to become more aware of how those influences could be impacting this connection. Yeah, so that's what I'm seeing here between you and them. I love this reading. If it's for you, stick with it. It looks really, really, really positive and encouraging. Okay, collective, thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.